Welcome to the Unbuttoned Up podcast, where career talk gets real and a little unbuttoned.
We're here to help you land the job, get the promotion, and make your next move without sounding like a corporate robot.
Are you climbing the ladder or are you plotting your escape? We are saying what everyone's thinking at work, but we are saying it out loud.
So grab your coffee or cocktail and let's get unbuttoned. Welcome back. It's Steph and Kath, and this week we are talking to Matt Sickles at the TBT PoweredUp Tech Fest. And this is one of my favorite, most fun conversations because Matt just has this energy and brightness to him that you really got to listen to the whole conversation, because it started off, first of all, from the moment he walked in the room. He had these shoes on, and he shows them in the video. They're amazing. But just kind of describes his personality.
Yes, I do agree. The shoes are amazing, and he has a whole story with it that he'll tell you about. And honestly, when he came in the room, I thought it was Eugene Levy at first. He looks so similar, and he is one of the most brilliant people I've ever had a conversation with. You might even notice in the video that things are really going a little bit over my head in it, and I'm just amazed with everything. He is a jack of all trades. He teaches lifeguards on the weekend. He used to be in theater, and you can, like, the way that we talk about how he pronunciates words even in our conversation. What else?
He's an EMT.
He's an EMT.
He's a concert violinist. So I would say not just a jack of all trades, but an expert in a lot of trades. He really knows his stuff. And his full-time job, he's with CDW as an industry strategist. So really strategizes and advises C-level executives on all things tech-related. So security, AI, best practices. Because he is so brilliant, he helps CDW and companies with their overall tech strategy. So hear a lot from him on that. And I was blown away. It was such a fun conversation that I'm excited for y'all to listen. So listen, let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts and any questions that you have, because I'm sure he would be willing to respond and respond to your questions as well. So let us know and listen up. So Matt, you're with CDW.
I am with CDW.
We're live at the PoweredUp Tech Fest with Tampa Bay Tech, and you just got off stage, and I'm sure you talked about some fascinating things, which I heard you talking about. I want to know. I was having FOMO whenever y'all were talking about it. But first, before we get into the details, can we talk about your shoes?
Absolutely, unequivocally. These are Doc Martin
Show your
Customs,
shoes.
And so they have flames. And I have multiple, we'll call them myriad pair of Doc Martens, from flames to etched leather Phoenix to Union Jack. I've been wearing them since I got my first pair in Georgetown in the early 80s. So K Street, Georgetown, there you go.
How many pairs do you have?
9.
About.
9 on the shelf right now that are still good.
Are they different color flames? Do you have different ones? With different...
So all of them are different, and all of them are different leather between Horween and others. So they are all made different. A lot of people don't know this, but Doc Martin still make a custom pair out of London, and they will still make them, and you can actually go and you can get a custom pair made. And fun fact, from North Carolina to London is a quicker trip than North Carolina to LA.
Really? I guess I never knew about that.
Yeah.
Or I didn't know that.
That's right.
Who would have thought?
Let's go to London.
5.5 hours to LA, and 6.5 to LA, and 5.5 to Gatwick or Heathrow.
Amazing.
All right, good to know.
There you go.
And you live in North Carolina.
I do. Central North Carolina, in a little community called Silcope, where I am a firefighter and a medic. So I am actually an EMS clinician and a 35-year career veteran of cybersecurity, starting out on the gravel road. My career started in 1992 professionally with Nortel Networks, a telecommunications company. Then I went into Bell Northern Research Lab Division for 5 years and stayed with them for 12 to 13 years. Then I went to state, local, federal government, law enforcement, doing cybersecurity crime investigation, along with building out what policy should be in local and state government for adequate compute for educational resource in K-12 and higher ed. Built out a hospital school where I got a lot of experience. And for the last 16 years, I have been an advisor, breach coach. I have personally worked on over 150 breaches where that I've been an advisor to boards of directors as a breach coach. I'm also a FEMA certified incident commander at multiple levels, on top of being a nationally licensed EMT. So.
Wait a minute. I was just doing the calculation in my head, and there's not enough time in the day
My son's
to
28. There's plenty of time.
and
But my wife and I this weekend, we just taught a lifeguard class, so we're lifeguard instructors as well. So my wife Dolly and I, married 32 years, together 34 years, still find fun in prose, and she is the dilettante who writes and gives me all of my muse. And so I work from there, but we love to spend time. So this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we actually taught 9 new lifeguards how to be lifesavers with American Red Cross Deepwater Lifeguard Certification. And 7 of them passed, 2 did not. That happens. But that's what we do on weekends in our quiet time.
Wow.
I wish I was a better swimmer. I need to take some lessons, so...
Now you know.
Now I know.
So when you're not teaching swim lessons in your free time, you're helping companies with like security breaches and AI, or like tell us exactly
so
what you're
all
doing.
of the above. So
Okay.
think about this. You get into your boardroom and you have the dichotomy between whether you want to actually classify something as an expense or an investment. That's a challenge, right? You have to figure out where the budget comes from. So what we do is, as an advisor, we come in and we talk to you about the art of the possible, what you want to do, where you want to go with that, and most importantly, what are the elements of success? What are the things that you need to do to make your team valuable? My wife sits on multiple boards of directors in a nonprofit perspective. When I learn from her what she does in the nonprofit world, it is always the elements of what have they not been doing that is a good stewardship of the foundations of the budget. Do they have money coming in that matches the money going out? When we look at a healthcare system, for example, in hospital systems, we look at a metric called net patient revenue, right? And we look at where the calculus forms of where you can be valuable, where your clinical care, your operational, your administrative, and your technology can then be balanced by that. Security is always an afterthought, right? It's reactive. And so we're looking at it as an investment. That's wrong. That's the dichotomy of failure. We have to look at it as a model of expense that then protects the revenue input. Now, let's go outside of healthcare and look at what the standard of business is. Financial. Let's look in finance, right? Hot and cold running money. They make money daily off of the ignorance of individuals who put things in low yield accounts, right? That's America. It's a horrible thing to say out loud, but it's true. We put things in a savings account that is earning 0.01% interest, and we think we're doing something. They're making 3.5% to 4% off of that. You are losing, right? So we need to come in, we need to be the good stewards and say, okay, you have now made rough order magnitude 3.98% interest on that. That yield needs to turn into something good to protect your consumers. That is the passion that we instill. And that's where I go in, and I have the confidence variable to talk to the board of director at all C levels. Now, over my 16 years and my last jaunt of being in a consultative approach, I have been in a virtual environment where I've been a CIO, a CTO, a CFO, and a CISO. All of those roles have been itinerant, but I give them good advice, and most importantly, I'm sharing with them what the real world is doing that they are not.
So you mentioned that risk is an afterthought, so what AI tools do you think are more risky than protectors?
Yeah, so think about this. We're looking at Claude, Gemini, and all of the public AI models right now. Think about the intellectual property that is being lost. Think about all of the consumer grade actions that companies are taking. So now we have your procurement division, your finance division, your operations, your wire transfer, treasury, etc. They're going and they're asking questions. Should I put an extra $500,000 in our cash balance in a high yield account? Well, guess what? That query you just put into Gemini is now available to the masses. If you go in to Gemini, look at your public publish. Look at what's available to others. They can actually see the domain you came from, and you can learn a lot from that. When I want to get intelligence on an organization I'm about to go speak to the board of directors, I'll actually go ask Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, what have you gotten queries on from this IP range? It will actually answer.
Wow. See?
Yeah, you just blew my mind.
Yeah, I did.
Because I didn't even think about that.
Right. Now, what are the terms of service on a public model? Okay, great. Okay, we say, all right, it's private. What is private? Okay. How many of you in this room have not gotten a notification that you have free credit monitoring because your data is public? The answer is 0. We've all gotten them, right? How many class action lawsuits do you get emails from that you are now part of because your health record was exposed? Your PHI, right? All of your personal health information, all of your disease, all of everything that you have in your health record has likely been breached. Everybody knows about it. And guess what? When they know about it, your insurance companies know about it. What was it, May 1st? I don't know if you got this note, but Credit Karma sent out an alert to all of the users of Credit Karma on May 1st. As a reminder, speeding tickets no longer hurt your insurance scores, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now that's commonplace. Why is that? That was a result of exposure of data. We have to admit that. Everything is out in the open. That is the reality. I'm going to tell a terrible story about my son right now. Photojournalist for the Associated Press, National Public Radio, award-winning photographer globally. He was doing a rock concert for a band called Illiterate Light.